Everyone, it's been a while since I've made one of these videos, and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, which is why I'm looking all disheveled here. But I need to get this in before the Survivor Series show actually happened today, because one of the rumors has been going on for some time was that one Mr. Philip Jack Brooks may appear at the show. And for those of you who do not follow all things professional wrestling and maybe watch WWE and don't keep up with anything else, Philip Jack Brooks, of course, is CM Punk. He had been working for All Elite Wrestling earlier this year, got fired, and that began a bunch of speculation that he would come back to WWE. And for no reason other than sheer coincidence, a bunch of people figured that he would make his return at the Survivor Series because Survivor Series is in Chicago. Oops, and I just dropped my phone camera there. And now there's been no evidence that this would happen. There's been, but people, including me, have all kind of thought that, well, if it happens, that's a good place for it to happen because it's in Chicago. Even though it would make way more sense for him to come back at the Royal Rumble in January, right? But our good friend, Mr. Dave Meltzer, had to, hit us with some of his wrestling journalist wisdom here about this, and here it is. We've seen no evidence this is happening, this being CM Punk returning to WWE, and those close to the situation have denied it, but it is possible it's a well-kept secret. So in other words, Dave doesn't know anything. And instead of just saying, hey man, I don't know, he has to do this, right? And it's just pathetic. Because look, all right, wrestling journalists out there, okay, they're not war correspondents, they're not true crime reporters, they're not deep in the weeds of political campaigns or whatever. Basically, if they have a report, it's either something that somebody inside of one of these companies told them, or the really bad wrestling quote unquote reporters just make shit up, right? And they make shit up that quote unquote makes sense, or that is possible within the if you put two and two together or whatever, right? So in this case, I think Dave just, nobody told him anything, but he has to have something to say, so this is what he said. Either that or the people there who do talk to him don't know anything, and they figured, well, he ain't coming. And it's just, Dave has no information here, none. And instead of just saying, hey, we don't know, or instead of just don't say anything, right? There's no reason to fuel speculation here. Okay, this really is one of those things where you could have just said nothing the whole time. But of course, if you said nothing, then that's one less reason to pay attention to him, or to give him your $12.99. So he has to say something. So he gave you some, Captain Obvious, I don't know nothing, but I'll say something garbage. So once again, don't give him your $12.99. In fact, here's what you can do for your $12.99. As I always do, I always show you what you can do with your $12.99. Okay, and here we go. See this? Justice Society of America, right? And this cost $3.99. Justice Society of America. If you want to support the return of the Justice Society to DC Comics, you should buy this. And you could, okay. World's Finest, Batman and Superman. Look here, they're going back with the Kingdom Come versions of themselves. And this is $3.99. Okay. Last but not least, Green Lantern War Journal. Remember John Stewart? If you grew up on Green Lantern John Stewart watching the Justice League cartoon, there, $3.99. Support John Stewart. So $3.99, and they're all $3.99. So you add them up, it's $12 plus tax. That's still less than $12.99. So you could do that instead of, you know, giving Dave Meltzer $12.99 a month to tell you he doesn't know anything. You can give me your $12.99 and support these great comic books. Or wait, there's more. You can support the newest member of the household here, Kitty. $12.99 would buy her like 8 cans of cat food, right? Or the small cans, or would buy more, like 10 cans, like the small cans of cat food, and then maybe like 2 or 3 cans of the bigger cans of cat food. All right. So instead of giving Dave Meltzer your $12.99, you can help me buy comic books, or you can help me feed my cat. Anyhow, enjoy Survivor Series. Those of you who are watching, do not spend your time looking for CM Punk, okay, or hoping that he will show up. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's fine. But what you should not do is don't give Dave Meltzer your $12.99. Not for that. Okay. Support the comic book industry. Support the cat food industry and cats. Okay. Or you just give it to me. I like to bet on DraftKings now. I can lose your $12.99 or maybe actually make some money off of your $12.99 every now and then. But anyway, look, enjoy Survivor Series, and shout out to Brooklyn Ike for inspiring me to do this video, and hopefully it won't be too long before I do another one. Take care.